We're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to come on screen here. So kindly, so you're not looking at this show card here. Everyone, welcome to our unboxing, our Ecamm Live unboxing. My name is Curtis Brooks. I'm not wearing headphones. Normally I would, but I'm pretty certain that my audio is coming through. I'm looking at the levels right now. So I'm pretty sure that the audio is coming through. So if you're just joining us, thank you. If you're going to be watching a replay, thank you as well. If you don't own a Mac computer, that's okay. You know someone who does own a Mac computer, please share this with them. I think they will thank you and thank you again and again for the content I'm going to be sharing with you. But nevertheless, my name is Curtis Brooks. I am the technical director with Curtis Brooks Media Productions. Again, today we're going to be doing an unboxing with Ecamm Live. I have been in the live streaming space for about 7 years, and it's been probably about 2-3 years ago that I actually kind of began to kind of do it online. But previously, I've been working for other clients doing live streaming, more so offsite, if you will, offline, if you will. And so that's what I've been doing. I work as a digital marketer. I am a live stream consultant. I do email list management for my clients. I do copy, I do videos, and I do voiceover sometimes as well. So again, that's enough about me. In the context of full disclosure, I am an affiliate for Ecamm Live. Okay, so that means that when you purchase Ecamm Live, should you decide to use my affiliate link, I will be getting a commission from your purchase. Okay, so just wanted to let you know that so that everything is out in the open. So that being said, again, my name is Curtis Brooks, and we're going to be talking about Ecamm Live. Again, we are doing an unboxing on Ecamm Live, and just to show you how awesome this piece of software is. You know what? I need to share to one more spot here before we get started here. I need to share one more spot here, and I did not, so I apologize. And that is my own timeline. I shared to so many other places. I forgot to share it with my own timeline. So let me go ahead and do that. So I apologize. Just know that once we get going here, we'll bypass the introduction because we've already done that. So all right, cool, awesome. Okay, I just shared it in my timeline. So again, welcome to our unboxing of Ecamm Live. In fact, Ecamm Live is not necessarily something that comes in a box, but I like to call it or say that it comes in. It's like a package. It's like everything at your fingertips, and you'll see what I mean in just a few moments here. Again, Ecamm Live is an absolutely awesome piece of software. I think a lot of people don't know about it, and so here I am doing something of my own will, if you will, wanting to talk to you about Ecamm Live and just the possibilities. It's not so much better than any other software or live streaming software, but it is absolutely comparable. And I think in most cases, it even far exceeds what you're able to do with other platforms. One of the biggest reasons why I like Ecamm is that it's one flat out price of $79, and you own the software. You don't have to pay monthly dues, monthly fees, or anything like that. Matter of fact, I've had Ecamm Live for about I've had Ecamm Live for maybe about 3 years now, almost 3 years now. And when I purchased Ecamm Live, it was probably, I think at the time it was like $29. And because I have other software created by Ecamm, or Ecamm is the company, the software that allows you to stream to Facebook is called Ecamm Live. So, but because I've had other software products by Ecamm, they extended a discount, an offer for a discount for Ecamm Live. And so I only paid like $15 for it, in which I'm absolutely grateful. Again, my background, I do live streaming for my clients. I am a producer of a couple of different shows here. One show that's still standing, we've actually been working with Dr. Tachi. She does Mediascope, and she's been doing, or actually we've been working together for about 2 years now, and I produce her show. So in event, that's kind of what I've been doing for the last couple of years. And so I'm pretty familiar with this space and kind of know it pretty well. And I decided to purchase Ecamm Live because, you know, why not have additional software to help you in case something happens? You know, it's always nice. But in any event, let's go ahead and get to Ecamm Live. So before we wrap it up here, I'm going to talk to you about a course that I offer. Let's see here. I messed that up there. There's a course that I offer, so I want to talk to you about that. So you can't see that there. Okay, cool. My desktop is showing, so I'll get to you in 1 second here. So again, we're going to be talking about Ecamm Live, and Ecamm Live is an awesome piece of software. I think that you guys need to get in as quick as possible because, again, when I purchased Ecamm Live, I only paid $15 for it, but it was actually selling for $29.99 or $29.95 or $29.97, one of the two. Either way, it's now $79, guys. They did a price increase some time ago, and thank you for joining. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Charles? About to call you about your nickname on live air. What's going on? Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you. But I'm talking about a software, actually a video content software that I've purchased, and I've had quite some time actually to put together a course on this. So with that being said, this Ecamm Live, it essentially has everything at your fingertips. I hope that you are able to see see my pointer here because it is pretty small here. So here is where everything happens. And if you go to my landing page, and I'll give you more about that shortly, but if you go to my landing page, we're only going to be on for about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes or so. I did come on a bit early so I can make sure I could share it. But again, only for about 25 to 30 minutes we'll be on. So this is where everything happens at, in this center part of the screen here. And this is where my pointer's at. It's pretty small, so I do apologize for that. So this is where everything happens at. And as I mentioned moments ago, if you were to go to my page, my landing page that I put together for my course, you'll see that I mentioned, or you'll read that I mentioned that with Ecamm, you are essentially able to grab any kind of items, overlays, lower thirds, titles that you want to make part of your broadcast. You're able to grab those things and pull them right onto your screen here, and they instantly become part of your broadcast. If you're doing a live broadcast, or you're doing a presentation, or if you're doing just a record only, meaning that it saves to your hard drive. So instantly, whatever you grab from your desktop, that item shows up on your it shows up on your screen, and it becomes live instantly so that your audience is able to see it. Obviously, if you're not streaming live, they're not going to be able to see it. So this piece of software, guys, I mean, really, if you're not using video yet, you really, guys, you probably should just kind of really consider using video because this is where it's at. People aren't reading as much. Doesn't mean that they can't read, and that's not what I'm implying. I'm just saying that people they want the nuts and bolts of it. They don't want a lot of content, but they just essentially want the nuts and bolts of it. But in any event, so you're able to grab anything that's on your desktop. And the reason why you can't see anything on my desktop, because my desktop is hidden right now. Okay, so that's what's going on. My desktop is hidden. Let me show you there. I didn't realize that nothing was on my screen here. All right, so let's do this again. So right now, what's going on? Let's see here. All right, there we go. Okay, so right now you're looking at my screen. I apologize. I thought I was sharing my screen here. So right now you are looking at my screen. This piece of software, again, is called Ecamm Live, and this is the unboxing for Ecamm Live. It is an absolutely awesome piece of software. This is what happens sometimes when you are trying to do a one-man show. Things happen. This is how it goes sometimes, but you got to keep it moving. But in any event, this awesome piece of software will allow you to do live streams. You can do presentations. In fact, you can share your screen. So I'm going to go over a few things here. Not too much, but enough where just kind of hopefully it compels you to really consider Ecamm. All right. Hey, Jameer, what's going on, girl? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. But today I'm talking about a piece of software called Ecamm. Again, this piece of software will allow you to live stream to most platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and all that takes place right here in the bottom corner here, the lower right-hand corner of this screen. So all of that takes place here. So that's just a matter of selecting, right now selected for Facebook. And if I were to change it, it would go to Periscope. So now it just says go live. The button is obviously still kind of that Facebook color, but it has the Periscope logo there. So you can go live once you've signed into Periscope. And then if you go right back over here, you'll get more of the other places you can go live to. You can go live to YouTube. Again, the button is still blue here. It just has the logo for the YouTube logo there. Okay. And then what else we got? Then you have your custom stream key. And what your custom stream key is, most platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, or even Periscope, for instance, with Facebook, Facebook does not allow you to use an API with, hey, Edwin, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. So if you're using with Facebook, you're live streaming with Facebook, Facebook does not allow you to use another platform's API and their API at the same time. So you would have to use a stream key, and that stream key consists of what they call a RTMP URL. So typically when you're live streaming, you'll get, or if you're using a stream key, you'll get a RTMP, and then you'll get that key. Okay, the RTMP kind of essentially represents the address. Okay, and the key app is kind of, you know, just for the sake of illustration, the key represents the specific address to where you're located. So the URL represents, for instance, the block that you're on, the street that you're on, and then the actual key represents the exact address to where your stream is going to be found on their server. So that's how this takes place here. And then finally, you can record only, so you don't have to do a live stream. So that's what's awesome about Ecamm, is that you don't have to do a live stream. Hey, what's going on, Edwin? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. So you don't have to do a live stream. This is what, again, what's cool with Ecamm Live. You can absolutely record only to your computer, where it saves it on your computer. And so the cool thing about that, you have what they call HD, be it 720 or 1080p. And that's the cool thing about that. And another cool thing about this is that if you are streaming to Facebook, doing a Facebook Live, Ecamm Live, if you so should desire, Ecamm Live will in fact save your recording into a folder. So it will show recordings, for instance. Like, so if I clicked on show recordings here, it's going to open up the folder where my Ecamm Live recording is. So if I do a Facebook Live or YouTube, these my Facebook Live or my recording will show up in this folder. And what's awesome about that is that it will save it in 1080p or 720p. And that means that when, especially if you're familiar with live streaming, that means that with Facebook, if you were to do a live stream to Facebook, you can send them 1080p. It's not going to show up 1080p. It's going to show up 720p. Okay. But if you were to download that file or that Facebook Live, it will only allow you to download, I think, 640 by 360. So half of the size, half of the resolution. So it means that it's a degrading in the quality of your video, of your live stream. So that's what's cool about that. Okay. And here's the thing here. And here's where you would set your scenes up. Okay. And this is where they call it the scene diagram box. And it also shows up here. This piece of software is absolutely awesome, guys, because you have the same information here. And the cool thing about this is that this is just me showing my screen here. And again, just for illustration purposes. So when you're doing your live stream, your guests, obviously your guests are not going to see this. Your viewers, your audience, they're not going to see any of these boxes on the four corners here. They're not going to see this information in the bottom right, the bottom right-hand corner of your main screen here. That's in the middle here. They're not going to see the login. They're not going to see any of these items on screen except you doing your live. And when I started the broadcast, I started with an overlay. And as I mentioned earlier, if I were to have shown my screen, I can in fact pull a overlay, drag and drop an overlay on top of this main screen here, and it instantly shows up. I can resize the overlay. Let's just do this here. I can, because this is the overlay that I used earlier here. So let's go ahead and bring this on. Okay, now let's just say you're doing a live stream, and typically this is, you know, when you're live streaming, this is called a show card, and typically a show card will have the name of your show, perhaps a picture of you and your guest or your co-host. It will have your social media information and the time that the show comes on, you know, the frequency of the show. So maybe every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And so we'd have that, you know, kind of that pertinent information on your show card. So here, again, let's just say if this was on my, I can X right here and remove the show card. And because I X right there, it does not delete the show card. It actually just removes it, but I can place it right back on there, okay? And I can also grab it. See how I'm grabbing it now? I can grab it much in the same way. If it were on my desktop, I can grab the image and place it back on the screen here, and I can also grab the image to remove it. And once I remove it, it instantly disappears. It doesn't mean that it's gone. It's still there. So it's here in the overlay section here. Again, the overlay diagram box, that's where it's at. So it still remains. But again, you just have several different ways when you're doing your broadcast that you can, different options that you can take it on and off screen. So again, I'm going to drag this, drop it off screen anywhere outside of the my main screen that's here, and it disappears, okay? And I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, when you're doing a live show, you can do it that way if you so desire, but you also have, again, you also have the overlays as well. And they've got a lot of updates coming that's taking place with this software, guys. One of the cool things that I love about this software is that they have a community, and the community is absolutely awesome and very helpful. And if you get stuck somewhere with the software, the community will really just kind of rally together and help you with certain things. So, for instance, now, this here is really cool because this is one of the new changes that they've made here. Before, you were not able to lock a scene, and now you're able to lock a scene. So if I unlock the scene, let me see here. I'm going to unlock this scene back here. I'm going to lock it back. So if I lock this scene, I cannot change it, okay? Let's just say if I want to do a shortcut key, right? So here in the upper left-hand corner of the main screen here, it shows my scene number 2. It also shows that it's locked, okay? All right? And let's just say, for instance, I want to go up here and add a camera. It shows that I can't add a camera because they're all grayed out because the scene is locked, okay? But if I were to unlock a scene, unlock this scene here, my camera options are still locked because I'm only using one camera. So let's go ahead and unlock the rest of these scenes here. And now you see that my scenes are unlocked, okay? And for the sake of illustration, I'm going to use a Ecamm virtual camera, okay? So it's not an actual camera. And so now that changes my camera here. Let me go back to selecting another camera, making my Logitech camera here. And so now I want to make this Ecamm part of my switcher, okay? And so that once I make Ecamm part of my switcher, it's now instantly going to show up on my main screen. So right now, it's just my Logitech camera, the camera that I'm talking to you in right now. So if I were to add Ecamm, you'll see now there's a check mark, okay? All right, and so now this number appears as 1, and there's a shortcut key 1, and shortcut key number 2. So I go to the switcher. Now you see there's a check mark by the Ecamm. And so now if I place my pointer onto this main screen here, you'll see that Ecamm is now part of my switching. Guys, this is super, super easy. And I want you to just really understand how logical this just makes sense. And again, I've put together an awesome course that's going to really just dive further into this and make sense of what's all happening here, because I know it looks like a lot, and I'll just kind of just admit that. I know it does look like a lot, but in fact, once you just kind of slow down to get this here, and I think a lot of us, we say we don't have time for it, but I think in the space of video content creation, we really, especially if you're working in the online space, you really can't afford not to have time to slow down to get something of this nature here. And again, that's video content creation, especially with Ecamm, because they make it so easy, guys. They make it so easy. And just a matter of us now as entrepreneurs, professionals, whatever you call it, or whatever our title may be. It's now a matter of us just slowing down and grabbing hold of the content that we are presented with. Again, another opportunity to invest in yourself, another opportunity to help build your product launches, if you will. Build your just build your business, build your brand. And it's just again lots of opportunity, and video allows us to do just that. Okay. And any event, so now I have this Manicam. It's a virtual camera, it's not an actual camera. So now I have this Manicam here on my window here. So now I'm able to switch with this camera here. All of my scenes are unlocked, and I can connect with each of these scenes here through the shortcut key. For the Mac, it's going to be Command 4, Command 1, Command 2, Command 3, and so forth for each of the scenes I have listed here, 1 through 5. Okay, so Command 1 is the scene that we're on scene 2. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and we can do one of two ways. We can click in this button here, right in the very middle here. Again, the pointer is pretty small. I apologize for that. And you'll see like a right arrow here. Okay. You can click in that arrow. It'll give you the same results as pressing Command 1. It'll take you to to that scene, or Command 2. It'll take you to scene 2. All right. So here you'll notice here in the upper right-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, I apologize, that it changed to scene 1 because that's the scene that's represented, and it now changes to scene 2, even though it is the same camera. So that's the reason why there's no difference of a scene there. So let's do this here. So scene 1 is the Logitech, okay? And what I want to do, and this is the cool thing about this, because I don't know if I haven't mentioned Skype yet, guys. This program is absolutely loaded. Okay, so check this out here. So what I'm able to do right now, I'm able to set this scene here. So by pressing Shift, pressing Shift, my camera right now is selected. Okay, that's where my pointer is at, right here. Okay, my pointer is there. This is the camera that's selected. And if I want to add another camera to this, again, this is our virtual camera. Now I have a 2-camera shot, and this works in a way that whether you are bringing an overlay on screen or you're bringing a guest on screen, this is perfect for that. So we have scene 1. We have scene 1 set up as the dual shot here. Okay. So let's go ahead and lock this, because if we don't lock it, we're going to get into trouble. It's going to change that. So I'm going to show you something. So now if I try to select a camera, it's going to show that the scene is locked, or in bold here, it says you can unlock it if I click the unlock text there. So it will unlock the scene. So I don't want to unlock it. So now let's go to scene 2. All right. So I'm going to use Command 2 to go to scene 2. Command 2 is just my single Logitech camera. All right. So how easy this is, guys, it doesn't really get any easier than this, because everything that you see here on screen is essentially at your fingertips, guys. It is essentially at your fingertips, and it makes putting off or pulling off a broadcast, a production, that much easier. Okay, so again, if you are a Mac user, or if you know someone who is using Mac, make sure you share this with someone. Okay, make sure you share this with someone. So now, if I go to scene 2, let's go ahead and go to lock scene 2. That's where we're at right now. So you'll notice that the lock appeared here. All right. I can also, conversely, I can also go to scene 1 here. It takes me back to, or click here, it takes me back to scene 1. And I can do the same here, to scene 2. So now I can do also Command 1 and go back to scene 1. Right. And so with Ecamm, you can add up to 4 cameras. Okay. I don't have 4 cameras set up on here, but if you are to add 4 cameras, you pretty much have to have a somewhat of a beefy system to be able to withstand the output and the input of what's taking place on your system. So know that again, if you are using 4 cameras, sometimes 2, depending on what your system is or what your how beefy your system is. So sometimes with 2 cameras, it can be a draw on your CPU. And here's the cool thing about this. Each time that you bring in an image, so for instance, like I'm on scene 1, let's see here. Let's go to scene 3. Command 3. Command 3 is my FaceTime camera. So let's go ahead and make this here the Logitech. So now we're at scene 3. Let's go to scene 4. That's command 4. Okay. And let's go to command 5. Okay, scene 4. What the heck was going on with that there? Scene 4 is, okay, scene 4 is a dual shot that I set up in a previous demonstration. Okay, so that's my FaceTime camera, and then that's my Logitech camera. So here is the Logitech here, and here is the FaceTime camera there. So that was a demonstration I did earlier. So if I want to go ahead and remove the FaceTime camera, I can easily, I want to go ahead and make this a Logitech camera. I want to go ahead and make this a Logitech because this scene is unlocked. And the cool thing about this here, here's the other piece of this, because we are wrapping it up here. Wow, 30 minutes goes really quick here, really quick here. So here's the, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so that was by accident. I'm gonna exit out of there. And the button that I just pressed here in this lower left-hand corner of the overlay box here, that's actually if you want to grab a additional overlay. So for instance, like if you're preparing for your show and you don't have an overlay, or that overlay that you're desiring for your show, that overlay may not be on your desktop, you can actually click on here and search for the overlay or the content through your folders or on your system there. Okay, so what I was intending to click on is here. So from here, you can create text. You can add text. You can add a lower third. You can add titles. For instance, I'll just put in Curtis there. And now I'm going to add that here. I can click on the title here, drag it anywhere on the screen. Okay, anywhere in the screen that I so desire. All right, and in the same fashion, I can exit out by clicking on the X. It disappears, and I can bring it back on screen as I did the others. And if I want to enlarge this, I just grab the bottom right-hand corner and to enlarge it. To decrease it, I just do this here. Okay. So it's really super easy. And the cool thing about that, if I want to make edits to this, my name here, I can just click on the pencil there, go back in there, change the opacity. You'll see how that's getting darker. All right. I can change it to green. That's for the text. I can save it. And now my name is in green. And this works the same way with images. So if you have an image on screen, I'll pull on this image, place this image on screen as well. This one here was actually an overlay that I was doing when, again, doing another demonstration. Let's see if I have a smaller one here. That's the wrong one. But, yeah. All right, that's all I have for, I was trying to get something smaller, but my point is that whether it's your name by creating a lower third that you added to the screen, or whether it's your logo or some kind of some other image that you pulled on screen, you are able to, hey, what's going on, Paula? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Apologize, I wasn't ignoring you there. But in event, so whether it's your name that you created as a lower third, or for your guests, your co-host, You can drag, you can go like that, drag and drop off the screen, place them back on the screen. You can enlarge them here, increase, decrease, that kind of thing. You can go back and make edits here by clicking. You can place emojis there as well by clicking on the button here. All right. And there's just so much that you can do with this program, guys. And I want to invite you to really, as we're wrapping it up here, because I have actually been on for about 30 minutes. I did not intend to be on this long. I just wanted to have my spill down at that point. So again, guys, thanks for joining us. Hey, what's going on, Paula? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of this unboxing for Ecamm Live. Guys, I have not even begun to touch the surface of all the things that this awesome piece of software can do. And I hope that you will, again, consider Ecamm, consider checking it out if you have a Mac. If you don't have a Mac, or if you know someone who does have a Mac computer who works with Mac OS computers, if you know someone, invite them to watch the replay. Tag them in the chat portion of our live stream, and make sure that they get this information. So I think that I know for a fact that they will not be disappointed. This is an awesome piece of software, guys. It really is. So what I want to do now is share with you a course that I have put together. I have about 7 years in the live stream business and worked with numerous of clients. I'm actually currently doing producing a show online called Mediascope, whose host is Dr. Tachi. She is a media professor, and her show airs each Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time on her channel. That's Mediascope. And so if you just type in Mediascope, you will find her there on Facebook or even on Periscope. I believe on Periscope she is at Tachiada. That's Tachiada. Again, that's Tachiada. That's at Tachiada on Periscope. So you can check her out there as well. Again, I produce that show for her each Wednesday, each Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And what I wanted to show you finally as we wrap it up here is that this is a course that I have put my heart into. This is a course that is all video. There's no additional nothing additional that you need to do other than just take the time to pull up a chair, turn your computer on, and watch the videos and just see how awesome Ecamm is. Ecamm offers a lot of different things. One of the biggest reasons why I love Ecamm, not so much just for the features alone, but most of us are money conscious, if you will. So these things absolutely matter to us. So the economics of it all, if you will, is important. This piece of software is at a really great price point, and I would encourage you to check it out. And not only check it out, but get the course. This course will go through all the things that I didn't have time to get to in this half hour and this 30 minutes that I've been talking about Ecamm. So if you want to take the course here, you can go to Gumroad. The link is on screen here. That's gum.co/get Ecamm live training. Okay. And here at Gumroad, or the link that's on the screen here, you can actually rent a course for a fraction of actually purchasing the course in its entirety. Okay. And the other thing, or the other option that you have for this course here on Gumroad, is that you can buy the course for $59. Okay. And here's the thing with that. You're not able to download it, but you are able to watch it indefinitely. So it's not going anywhere. It's going to be there. That's where it's housed at. That's where it's going to stay at. So you're able to watch the course indefinitely there at Gumroad. Okay. So just go to the link there. And I want to show you my landing page that I've put together for the same product. Okay. It's the same product. And again, this is the Ecamm live training video series. And on my page right away, you might notice that it's $79. And here is why it's $79, because on my landing page, you can actually download the course for your keep, for your person. So that means that you can go to PayPal, go through the process of making your payment for the course. It will then send you to another page. You'll get another page that pops up immediately after you paid for the course. And with that page that pops up, you'll have an opportunity to follow the link. That link will take you to the drive to where the course is stored at, and then you can just download the course, and it's for your keeping. So that is the reason why the price is different here than it is for Gumroad. Okay, and the link that you would need to follow if you're interested in purchasing the course on my landing page is going to be bit.ly/get Ecamm live training. So there, again, you click on the green button there. It's going to take you through PayPal, and then from there you'll get an additional page that will pop immediately after your payment has been received. It will have the link to where you can download your course, download your series of videos for this Ecamm live training. And the cool thing about this here, whether you purchase it on Gumroad or whether you purchase the series on my Ecamm live, on the landing page here that I've created, is that you will have free updates as long as Ecamm Live is putting out free updates with new features. So that is an extra added bonus that I will give to you for purchasing the software. So whether you are purchasing the software for $59 over on Gumroad, or you're purchasing the software from my landing page at $79, you will get free feature updates for as long as you own Ecamm Live. As long as Ecamm Live will be doing updates, you will get those. And I don't know if I added this here, is that the awesome thing about Ecamm Live is that once you purchase it here, and I'm going to wrap it up here, once you purchase Ecamm Live, okay, you will have absolutely free updates. There is no charge for the updates. As long as I have owned Ecamm Live, and it's been about nearly 3 years now, as long as I've owned Ecamm Live, I have never paid for an update. Okay, I've had previous different software that Ecamm has put together, like Skype call recorder, and there's one other one that I have. I think it's called eyeglasses, if you will. So it's kind of like a added feature that you can use for your camera. It does all kind of these weird things with your camera, such as kind of like the effects on a Snapchat or something like that. So it's pretty cool. And I've had each of those products for quite some time. But nevertheless, my point is that as long as I've owned Ecamm Live, there has never been a charge for an update. So if you don't have a copy of Ecamm Live, I'd encourage you to go to the link that's on the screen here. That's bit.ly/get Ecamm live, and you can purchase a copy. And here's the thing about it: before you even decide to purchase, if you're not ready to make a purchase in Ecamm Live, not yet, you can download the free copy of it. And I believe it's either 7 to 14-day trial for the Ecamm Live, and it is fully loaded with everything that you've seen on the screen. Everything that I was able to do on the screen there, you will be able to do that and then some, because you'll have an opportunity to kind of play with it more so. But also, once you purchase Ecamm, I want to add this last piece, and I'm going to close this live stream up here. If you are in need, if you say, hey, Curtis, these videos are great, they're wonderful, but I still desire the one-to-one training, that's also available. So if you are still in this live stream, or if you're watching a replay, know that I do offer one-to-one training to individuals who are interested. And again, everyone's different. People will say, hey, the videos, I can do the videos, but I prefer the one-to-one training. Hey, I can do that as well, definitely. So if you are interested in the one-to-one training, please definitely send me a message and just say, hey, I need training, Ecamm training, one of the two. I need Ecamm training or just Ecamm training. Let me know, send me a message, and I will respond as soon as possible. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to such a Awesome piece of software to tuning into this live stream here. Again, Facebook Live is where it's at. YouTube is where it's at. Periscope is where it's at. And so many platforms are just happening. And if you're not into video content creation, you better get there in a quickly, I might add. And it's not so much even about just purchasing my software just because you need to purchase Ecamm. No, it has nothing to do with it. It's that if you are a coach, you are a professional, especially if you are anywhere in the online space, you should be creating videos. People are just not reading. It's not because they can't read, but you should be creating videos for your audience so that they can get your instructions. They can get that one-on-one with you, if you will. They can jot down questions that they might have within your live stream or within a pre-recorded video, if you will. So if you are pre-recording a video, you post it to your page, your audience, your prospects, potential prospects, customers, they can leave a message within your pre-recorded video or within your live stream. So this is what's happening, guys. As I wrap it up here, I want to thank you for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure sharing this live stream with you, sharing this Ecamm Live unboxing. Hope that you will consider Ecamm Live again. If you don't have a copy of Ecamm Live, you can find it at bit.ly/get Ecamm Live. You can download it for free. It is a free trial, absolutely free. You can try it for 7 to 14 days, I believe, and then it will ask you to make a purchase, and it's completely up to you. Again, we talked about the course that I offer. The course is really overly simplified because the guys at Ecamm, they have really made Ecamm simple to really use, simple to get your broadcast out there, simple to just build an audience, build a video on demand, build a collection of videos or collection of instructional videos for your customers and your clients. So they've made it really super easy, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. We're going to wrap it up here. You guys have an awesome day. Hope that you will, again, consider Ecamm, and we'll talk with you later. Ciao.